I wish I had the time from back then added to today, the time that I wasted in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. The podcast is really here for the new managers, for the new leaders, the first timers. So from your very particular expertise, what would be the top tips you could offer for the new manager who's seeking to kind of learn some of these ways of influence and build trust quickly with a new team?
Sure. I put together a management presentation that's around 20 slides long. So anytime someone new joins my team, I go through this with them and I say, this is how I manage. This is my background. This is how I think about things. These are the expectations, not of the job, but just of general management of how I do things and how much trust I'll extend at the beginning and what the qualities I'm sort of expecting, right? Like, so things like transparency, it's okay if things don't go well, but you just need to tell me, right? That transparency is number one. And, if you're honest with me, like, this is how I'll handle it, even if it's a bad outcome, things like that. So I go through a ton of those things at the beginning because I think that sets a really good tone because now, think about it from the other person's perspective. And this is, again, where sort of the mentalism ideas come in. They're starting a new job. They're afraid of not meeting expectations, right? They want to do a good job. They want you to be happy with their work. And by having this presentation, it really reduces the anxiety because they're like, oh, okay, Gary cares about these types of things. He doesn't care about these other types of things, right? And then they can focus on their job and not worry about that sort of dynamic. They're okay. They know that my communication style, what I'm expecting and things like that. They don't have to guess. And so what I would say is, for new managers, you probably don't have enough experience to put together this document yet. But what you can do is you can build towards it, right? Every time, so you just start out with something, read some books, whatever it is, right? And then put together like 1 or 2 slides. Bio is easy, so that's not what you should spend your time on. Just talk a little bit about some of the things that you care about, the values, like transparency for me is super important. And then as you run into issues during the years that you spend managing, add that into the slide deck and just your thought process, right? And then be like, hey, this is how I thought about it. This is how I make my decisions. And even if you don't show it to anybody, it at least helps you understand how you think about it. That's like a huge recommendation that I would say that really helps you later on. So then for the ones who are just starting out, I would say go seek advice, right? So yes, maybe you're the youngest manager, so you think that you're the hottest thing since sliced bread. Go talk with some of your peers, ask them about their journeys, understand how they've done things, ask them about the challenges that they've had within the organization leading, learn from them, right? Use them. Don't just assume that you know everything because you're the manager. You don't. Then I think that will really help you learn from other people's mistakes. Don't make them yourself. It's a lot easier that way.
Yeah, definitely. Big proponent of that. Like learning from your own mistakes is fine and good, but if you can learn from others, that's even better.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to David's podcast. I think that's
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that goes without saying, doesn't it? But yeah. I really like that because, I mean, we talk a lot about like managing expectations, about having that conversation early in your relationship with the people you're leading so that everyone, if they're not on the same page, they at least know which page everyone else is on. And I love that advice to update it as you go. It almost becomes like a journal of what you've learned today or this week or this year, however often you do it. So yeah, I really like that
Exactly.
approach. Thank you.
Yeah, and it also makes my decision making faster too.